Hi, I'm Exesis, and this is Victoria 3, where we're continuing our North German Federation of the German Empire. And as you may have noticed at the end of the last episode, I noticed it after I stopped recording. There is a wee bit of a situation going down here in France at the moment. The British are occupying a lot of France. They are in a diplomatic play here about Oman, which of course is down here. And the British gonna win this fairly soon. But it would be a little bit bad of us not to take advantage of this, because the French have a few things that we want. Well, of course we want Alsace-Lorraine, but Hanover here is also their puppet. Or protectorate, I'm sorry. And of course they've also got the colony going down here. Now this colony has severe malaria, so we're not really interested in this one as of right now. So that leaves Alsace-Lorraine and Hanover. And I don't think we can, even though they are in have a bit of a domestic issue here at the moment, I don't think we can invade and hold Alsace-Lorraine yet. We are simply not strong enough for this yet against the French, they are on par with us technologically, and they have field hospitals. This of course gives them 75% recovery rate, which is huge in war. But we might be able to blitz Hanover. And I think that is worth a shot. If we can get Hanover on our side. Interactions down here. So we're going to start a diplomatic play. Now we could just liberate Hanover and try to annex them peacefully. This would probably be the cheapest way. But I think what we want to do is to conquer Hanover. Or we'll start the war here over Hanoverian Brunswick, this one territory here. Or our diplomatic play. It's not certain it will be a war just yet, but as France supports them and Sweden supports us, and France is just so much bigger, it will most likely devolve into war. So we've gotten this play started up. We're gonna add some more war goals, but we'll wait until we're in the escalation phase here, or the next phase, the diplomatic phase. Because we want to try to see if any of these nations will declare independence. Denmark joining would actually be nice, then we could liberate Schleswig and Holstein. But we'll see what happens there. And because Hanover is the protectorate of France, it goes against France. That's the main power. But our war goal at the moment is just to conquer Brunswick. And we're gonna add both Hanover and Elbe here, as we need this. So these are our front lines. We probably want to start. We are going to be building some more barracks, because we want to bolster our forces a little bit more. So at the moment we've got 100 divisions in East or in West Germany here, or in the Rhine HQ. I think we're going to bump this one up to. Let's bump it up by another 20. Don't know what we've got there in these. Mecklenburg, we want to bring up to at least 10. We can add another 10 here in Pomerania too, I think. And we're probably wise to boost up the Polish HQ as well. Let's add another 5 in each of these provinces. Brandenburg should have another 5 as well. And we don't want to change anything here right now. I think it's just a few barracks, unless it's Mecklenburg. South Cameroon is using something different. Yeah, well, that's fine. Everything else is okay at the moment. Would be really nice to start importing opium to get first aid, but I don't think this is feasible at the moment, especially not against the French. And it's going to take a long time for them to train with these new techniques as well, so. I got a lot of battalions in reserve, this is fine. Market access in Westphalia. Yeah, so we probably need to build another... We already are building this railway here, that's good. And let's go into our construction queue. These railways, we probably... Do we need the one in Posen? I thought we are... Yeah, we're doing fine there. But we're building it because... I'm not actually sure why we're building this railway here. We're probably going to need it in the future, so we don't have to worry too much about it. But the one here in Posen we can safely just push to the bottom of the queue. Shipyard, well, it's soon to be completed. Let's bump all of these other buildings down. Now barracks are really quick to build, so that's fine. These chemical plants, they are probably needed, but let's bump them down anyway. We'll just leave this one railway, and we'll finish up all these barracks first. We probably want to have chemical plants in here. I can put that railway down straight at the bottom, and then it should just be barracks for... You can see here we'll be done in 23 weeks with all these barracks, and then of course they need to train, but that's a different issue. They're for a future war. Yeah, so those are the ones we need to do. We're importing grain from the French. Well, we can try to import it for as long as possible. Doesn't matter if it's unproductive. Alright, so let's just slow this down so we can see what's happening with the diplomatic play. So the French have put a war goal in. They want to subjugate Sweden. That's pretty good, because that means they actually need to conquer territory up here, I think, for our war support to start dropping below 0. And of course our allies and our puppet are supporting us. It's not actually, of course, because they can drop out. You can see at the moment our relative strength is good. And the big ones to keep a track of here, of course, is Russia and Austria, well, and Britain, but I think we're fine on the British front. We've got a good relation with them. We can't say the same thing for Austria. They don't really like us. I'm fairly sure the French or the Russians like us as well. They shouldn't be joining in on the French side here. But Austro-Hungarians here is the one we do need to keep track of, because we are rival to them and they are rival to us. They might just want to join in to beat down on us. Okay, so no, Austria was in a little bit and then they dropped out. And it looks here like Austria declared neutrality. Well, that's really good. So we could sway Bavaria and Baden and Württemberg in, and they probably want to have an obligation. Yeah. So we can't sway them in for anything else. And Bavaria could probably be a decent one to get on our side. But they've got a fairly sizable... this doesn't look good though. Looks like the Bavarians are siding up with the French instead. Yes, they did. So they probably got swayed with a... I don't really know what's... Yeah, they got swayed. So the French are owing them an obligation. Nevertheless, it should be fine anyway. So we've got Austria-Hungary out at least, and that's the big important one. And we should be able to mobilize 2 armies here. And Bavaria wants independence. Well, I guess that's a fine war goal for them. We're starting to get up on the top side here. Swedish have been mobilizing. We've not been mobilizing just yet because all of our battalions can be used for defense in their home region. Which of course is, so we've got the North German region here. And we've got the Rhine HQ here, so they can be used for defense within these regions, and the Polish one here. And we probably want to mobilize up Hans here first, and he can help clear out this pocket. We probably want to promote him as well, so we can use all the Polish troops here, since both the French and the Austro-Hungarians do seem to be keeping out. Don't think the French have said anything just yet, no. And Baden there, they have 16, and Württemberg has 22 battalions. I think this is including conscripts. No, that's excluding conscripts. It would be okay to get them in on our side, just to increase the front lines for Bavaria. But we don't want to make this a bigger war than it has to be. But we need to add some more war goals. We're gonna let this one tick up just a little bit more. And let's add those war goals. So we want to... what do we want to do? Conquer states. And we of course want the Hanoverian states of Elbe. And where are you? Conquer state and Hanover. That's all we're really interested in. Now, we do still have some maneuvers left. Unfortunately, Denmark did not join. Otherwise, we could have offered up Denmark to be subjugated under Sweden or something, and taken Schleswig-Holstein for ourselves. And that'll have to be a separate war. Question is, do we want to add some war reps? It would probably be... the French ones would be huge if we could take them. And that would also mean that the French are more likely to do more here. Since we still need to get the war support down, and I'm unsure if the war reps require us to actually take some French territory. I think we will do it this way. Yeah, we really would need to have more, but that's because they haven't got very many here. It tries to sort them out depending on how many battalions your opponent has. So we've got more than enough for the defenses here. I think we will let it play out this way. This should pause it for a little bit, as it does when you add war goals. And we'll see if this triggers anything from the French side. So Württemberg is feeling that they might want to join the French. But it doesn't look like they actually want to get involved. And as soon as this one ticks over now, it's into the red. So there shouldn't be any more swaying going on. It's past swaying time. But that also means it is up to us to start mobilizing. So we've got Hans here. He is hated and old. He doesn't have very good health. But and he's a bandit as well. Oh well, hopefully he won't be long for this world after this war. We will upgrade him up. And that means we can field most of our battalions from Poland, at least as it is now. And we will mobilize him. We're gonna have to wait a little bit for the mobilization to actually kick in. And we will leave the rest of our army unmobilized for now. Yeah, everything here is fine. And we've also got our... Maybe actually we could be... could put a general on here and mobilize and actually advance into here. That would help diminish their war support. But this is an unincorporated state for them, of course, so... No, we'll stick on the defensive there, it's fine. So now we're running an 84,000 deficit. Of course, it's a lot depending on the military wages and things. We do want to check our budget. Yeah, we are at medium military wages. You don't ever want to go to war with very low or low unless you're... Well, if we were stomping out like Bavarian, or if we were stomping out Hanover just by themselves, we could probably do it on low or very low. But this training rate really hurts your ability to reinforce. There's a lot of things happening here. We probably want to double up on our trade routes. We'll just check them up. We can be... How much can we import? Well, there's no quantities of artillery available. Ammunitions. Do have some from the Bavarian market. We won't be able to access that one soon. But the Austrian market has some extra ammunition. Let's just buy it up for the war effort. The same though, the Russian one doesn't have very much. We can buy some Austrian small arms as well. Ironclads, no, we're not using them anyway. Because I think our arms industry is not really keeping up, especially the munitions here. So we're gonna have to look into this after the war. So these should be mobilizing up at 28% now. And then we'll use him, of course, to quickly close down this front. And as soon as we've got all of this conquered, there, a war with France has broken out. So it's us, the Swedish, and the Hohenzollern. They're probably going to get occupied. They are not in a good position there. And against the French and Bavarians. So to arms we go. 42% mobilization. We're going to let this one run just a little bit more. No, we don't have any enemies at the moment on the Eastern Front. That's why I chose the Polish HQ to mobilize. So that everyone here in the North German and the Rhine HQ can help on the defensive lines. Now the French are gathering here. They have finished off their domestic dispute here with the British. Oh, we just got to keep a little bit of a track here. See if we can go to commanders. Can we see it here? No, we can't actually see his mobilization degree here. That's a shame. It should be fairly soon. No, we can't promote him anymore, I think. No, he is the highest. So here it looks like some battles are taking place. The Swedish are trying to advance. And the French are trying to advance here. We're doing good on the defense here. And you want to look at the detail screen to actually see. So here we can see that they've got 2 battalions and we've got 4. And we can see that we've got about double the men that they have. Our line here is black, and I don't know how well that shows up on YouTube. But the French, they're blue. It's easier to see on this one. And here the French have 16 battalions and the Swedish have 10. And the Swedes are losing here. This tick here is the French recovery rate, which of course is a lot better. Are there any other battles going on? No, it's only those two battles raging at the moment. So let them weaken themselves out a little bit here, that's good. And then we will, as soon as we're over 90%, we'll start moving towards the front. And they're not even trying to do anything here. I think Hanover or Bavaria is just wanting France to do the heavy lifting. We don't want to end up in a prolonged war against the French. We're never going to be able to take that. We're at 72% now. We could probably go in here and see if we can put our war goals up so that they at least know what we are after. Okay, so I had a small crash there up in November, early November, but we'll just continue off where we were. I'm going to try to make the cut at the proper time here. So we're mobilizing, we're soon at 90. I think what we're going to do is also mobilize Moltke. Now he is a really good offensive general. So let's mobilize Moltke as well. There's 60 battalions. Maybe he can help to advance into Bavaria, because I believe because they've got the independence war goal, we probably need to advance a little bit in here as well. And I don't think the French can actually get to Bavaria proper here, just to the small Bavarian front up here. Hopefully we'll be able to hold on there for long enough. I think that is good enough. Let's put Hans on advancing the front here versus Hanover. And Moltke's got a little bit more to go. So we'll just wait for him. They are taking our war score down faster. Look at the war score here. We have a -1 because they control at least 50% of their war goals, which of course is Bavaria's independence. We don't control any of our war goals. We need to get this wrapped up. We've got a defense here that we are winning handily. So you want to look at the details and actually look at the fighting strength. It looks like we are really outclassing them here, and that's good. If we're in the combat, that we can actually look at all of them. The defenses both here on the western front are doing fine, and here on the southern front they started with an advantage, but our technological supremacy has kept us in the fight while they are losing out. They should have, they've suffered loads of casualties there. Let's just keep an eye here on Moltke. He is at 87%. Let's move him down to Bavaria. And see if he can make some quick work out of Bavaria and stop that war support ticking down. And yes, this is Hans attacking. And this is a close fight. Does look like they are losing more than we are. And there's the recovery rate ticking in. The French, of course, have a really good recovery rate. They've got 64. And we have 24. But it does look like we are eking out a win here. Anything can still happen, though. Yeah, I think... Oh, it's a shame there's mud there. But at least getting some provinces in here is going to be really good. Okay, and here's Moltke. It doesn't seem to have had any kind of trouble whatsoever running over the Bavarians here. And how is our defense here going? We are still holding on to everything. We might want to advance into Bavaria here as well. Looks like we are winning this one. Yeah, it's a little bit tighter there though, but the French have loads of battalions here. As to the Bavarians, actually. But this means we should... Oh, look at this. We're occupying half of Bavaria here now. I might have to go off and conquer them as well. and we've starting to capture off our war goals here. So this should mean that they're ticking down. We control 100% of our war goals. That's good. I don't think it's 100%, but I think it's 100% of our primary war goal, which was just Brunswick. Because we haven't pushed for any other ones. So their war support is starting to tick down really fast now. And minus 2.83. Ours is going down at minus 1.5. And that's still because they control 50% of their war goals. And as soon as we've consolidated this front, we're going to have all our troops down on this front here. Okay, so we unlocked modern nursing. This is for the field hospitals. It's really good if you can get your hands on some opium. We might have to look into that. Okay, so we got disease among the wounded. The deaths from disease among the wounded soldiers has skyrocketed. And then here we can either choose to get a minus 20 recovery rate. That's almost all recovery rate we have, which is terrible for an entire year. Or we get some excess mortality in Brandenburg. And unfortunately, this is what we have to do. This is not the first war we'll be in, probably the only war for this year though. We'll have to see if we go for Bavaria or Schleswig-Holstein after this. We should have we'll have a truce with Bavaria, of course, so we won't be able to do anything with them. And how is this going? Yeah, we're still defending okay here. We'll see, they probably take some territory from us here, which is not very good. We'll see what happens when that battle... Yeah, they're gonna take some territory from us here. We don't really have anything to move into this area either. Okay, so they took one tile. Now, we don't really want them taking anything here because we've got our tooling workshops here. It would be nice if we could wrap this up sooner rather than later. We're advancing very fast down here though. And after that we can move Moltke over to this front. Okay, so we unlocked the improved fertilizer. We're gonna have to keep a track of these, add them to our farms. That'll increase the price of fertilizers. In the middle of the burning wars might not be best time to be looking at that. Okay, so soon we get our next battle up here. Looks like that was... Don't know what happened, I didn't even get to click it. Just nothing happened. Alright. And up here, yeah, we're defending this one at least, and we're handily defending here. And how is Moltke doing down here? It's his turn again soon. There we go, we got a battle. Oh, and this is a really quick win. Yeah, they're so under strength. So if you look here, they've got... There's 16 there. There's a lot of them are down on 2, 2 and 400, so 1 and 700 there. There's 1000 then, of course, and these are down on 1 and the 100s and even 50 down here. So they just don't have any strength left in this, and all of ours are high strength. So ours are fighting at almost full strength, and theirs are fighting at maybe a third of their full strength. And we're outnumbering them 40 to 14. Now hopefully we'll be able to grab the rest here. Yeah, we have overtaken them in war support. And they're really struggling on this last battalion here. Yeah, there we go. Okay, so they've still got a little bit left down here. This battle... that wasn't a battle. Oh, that's another front line. Okay, so they've got 2 fronts up here. If we just close this one out quickly, we should be... We might be able to retake a little bit more there, yeah. Yeah, it's a little bit weird when it gets split, the front lines. Still nothing happening up here. That's kind of going a little bit back and forth. I've got so many troops sitting here at the moment. That's not going very well either. Looks like we did retake Rhineland again though. Okay, so Bavaria is out. And that they're just straight on out. So let's see where... Okay, so Krausnek, yeah, but he's not mobilized. Moltke's up here too. So now we've got two generals fighting up here, which might be the better choice. Bavaria, we gotta have a little bit of a check with. So they are still cordial with us. And we've got a truce with them until 67. And what do we need to get them? Yeah, they really don't want us. But maybe if we... Yeah, well, we'll start beginning relations and we'll actually start with the... That's a lot of money though. Don't know if we can afford that at the moment. We are ticking down heavily there. With Moltke up on the northern front here, we should have enough pushing power to be able to take this. It would be nice to be able to tell Moltke to just focus on taking the port here. But that's not the way it works yet. It looks like they are pushing us back here again. This is good. Army defense and kill rate. And that's an automatic upgrade. We don't need to do anything. And let's check our military tech. So we could go for the automatic machine guns, but I do think we want to try to get down towards trench works. Which means we need the, I think, the electric telegraph. Yeah. So we're going to grab this one, and we're going to see if we can get trench works to get an upper hand on our infantry as well. Yeah, so this battle is being fought out. That's not going very well. Might actually want to move down Moltke to help defend down here instead. He's not the one that's good at defending though. So let's it's better to let Moltke with his 60 good battalions fight up here, and we will move Hans down here to help defend this front. He should be okay at this. He hasn't been doing very well up here either, so. And the defense is mostly being handled by our garrisons. And we are still holding our primary war goal. And the French... Yeah, now they don't have any war goals on us because they haven't tried to invade Sweden. So that our war support is capped at 0 at the moment because they don't control any of the war goals. So as it looks right now, we can't lose this war, even if they are occupying us a bit down here. But it would of course be nice if we could... this might be a win. That was good. And they got a... Oh. Yeah, that's really good. But it's really close. You can see here the French field hospitals ticking in and keeping them saved. And this can go either way at the moment. I'm not sure this bar is the one to go for. We really want to look here, and it looks like our line just came out a little bit ahead here. And if we take this one home, we should take a big tract of land down here, which might even end the war. Yeah, here we go. And the bar just quickly swapped sides, and we're winning this battle. That's really well done of Moltke. I mean, he's got a huge amount of offense here, so... And there we go. Almost all of it was taken. We've still got a small pocket here. And that should have been a pretty big blow to their war support. It has been suggested that a prefabricated hospital be constructed and then transported to just behind the front lines of the North German Federation versus France war to help treat the wounded. Well, that's a great idea. 10% recovery rate. We might want to take advantage of that. We've got that until July next year. Okay, so this battle here, it looks like to be about the same. They are losing men a lot faster than we are. So we might actually be able to take this battle at the hands at the last moment there. A bit of hope. Yeah, they're closing down really. It's on a hairpin here again. And we'll see if it just swaps over. The French recovery there brought them up to the top again. Would be nice if we had a little bit of a brighter grey, so you could actually see it against this background. But they're still neck on neck there. It looks like this. Now here we go. What's happening? This is so close. Yeah, they probably got this one. And they got the aggressive maneuvers here. Which of course is helping them out. There's not a lot of defense, or not a lot of troops fighting in this battle anymore. Oh, we actually won that one. And then that means we've got this entire area occupied. And the French are down on a negative war support. And then we'll see here. Moltke is trying to advance here. That's fine. And we'll have Hans on the defense. And this war is costing a lot. You can see that the military wage is at 95,000. And this, hopefully they should be piecing out soon. Why wouldn't Hanover accept this peace? They are fully occupied. And as soon as France goes down to minus 100, we do win. Now you can see the cost of the war for the French, 19 million. Well, it's cost us 2 million. A lot of people dead though, on both sides. And of course having half our country occupied here is not good. This is another really close battle. It looks like we might actually win this one. Even though this one would say something else. A plus 20% provinces captured, that's really nice too. And what does he have? He's got charted terrain. Alright, so they've got extra kill rate, but it looks like the extra kill rate isn't helping them here. So this one should be turning around. And there we go. Well, no war goals were enforced on France, but Hanover is now ours. Now we need to lick our wounds just a little bit. Our military has been demobilized, and we have a wee bit of a economic problem. Let's just let it tick over for another week. Obviously, we've got nothing under construction here. We've got devastation. It's not that bad, it's a couple of percent. This will slowly heal itself out again. Now we do need to see what we're going to do about Bavaria. Or we might do that with a diplomatic play instead. So we've got the nation formation. We could launch a leadership play to take that from Austria, who has the most supporters at the moment. That would mean fighting a war versus Austria. I'm trying to get That'll eliminate them as a unification candidate, having them all go for us, and then we can launch a unification play and go to war against those we need to go to war against. That could be an option. We could also go to war against, or we can't go directly against Holstein because they are in a personal union with Denmark, which means they are not allowed to do their own foreign policy. So we would need to do something like open market versus Denmark. Russia, of course, has a defensive pact with Denmark, so they will join. But I think we can hold the Russians off on our eastern border. Looks like we've got loads of problems here though. So we've got a few things to check out in our market. So it looked like we had some goods that we've got a shortage of. These with this mark here on. Silk, we've only got 9 buying orders. It's probably the textile mill that we've acquired. So if we just look at consumption map, yeah, there's one here in Hanover. Go textile, and we will go to prioritize none. Let's actually bump this one up to sewing machines too, I think. We'll need more dye, but that's fine. We'll have to look into dye production. Now, let's actually just check our buildings quickly. So we've probably got some food ones here in Hanover as well. Let's get them to vacuum canning. We've already got the patent stills. Everyone should be using vacuum canning. And patent stills. I think we just use bakeries. Don't have the sugar for anything else. Our textile mills. Yeah, we don't need to be doing anything. Let's just leave them be. Furniture manufacturing. Are we using... I have mechanized workshops and lathes. Okay, yeah, we want to go back down to hand assembly here, I think. And how's the price of furniture? It's high. So we can use, what if we were to go up to mechanized workshops, that'll bring the price of furniture down a lot. And not affect the tools nor wood too badly. So we'll do that. Glass workshops, I think we've got some, we've got one that is specialized on porcelain as well. And the other ones are just using for glass production. And this one's actually not doing very good, is it? Why is that? Well, because dyes are dirt expensive. Yeah, we need to fix that. We still don't have enough glass in the market. Yeah, luxury clothes, we're gonna see if we can put up an import route instead. Or maybe if we just remove the... No, we don't want to encourage exports. We want to go to here, import route. Who can we import some luxury clothes from? And a decent amount of them as well. So the Ottoman market would be fine. Let's grab those. That'll satisfy this, should satisfy this demand. Dyes. Why do we have an input shortage of dyes? I think our convoys were probably all destroyed in the war. 80 sunk, yeah, that's not too bad, but they should be recuperating. What's happened here to our... Let's see. Well, they probably have a bad market access. Yeah, they got loads of turmoil here as well. And they don't have any shipping lane efficiency. Yeah, that'll slowly get back. So we can unpause here again. And so at least the north is secured here. I'm just gonna let all of this tick down a bit. We do need to see if we can't increase. We probably want to get more trade going. But these clippers, let's get rid of them. They're just costing us money. Export. Could be exporting clippers. Fertilizer. Yeah, we want to switch our farms over to the new fertilizer as well. So get them using the proper fertilizers here. Oh, that'll bring the price up of fertilizers really, really high. Let's start with our wheat farms then. What is the base price of it? 30 probably. Yeah, about. That means maybe we can... How much more do we need? We need 800 more. What would happen if we were to use our chemical plants? Go up to improved fertilizers. That's 700 more. Yeah, so let's do that and switch the rye farms over to fertilizers. We've got a bit different production methods there. That's fine. I want to have... At the moment we'll be using that. We want people working rather than being on subsistence farms. And where are these? In Anhalt. Why are they using railways and in Brunswick as well? It seems like we don't want to do that. And we're not using explosives everywhere, but we don't want to be using nitroglycerin. Especially not in Brunswick. Manual drilling is fine there. And we probably want to go over to this meat to sheep, so yeah. And the rye farms are using different ones. Sulfur mines. Do we have any big ones using nitroglycerin in Saxony? How are we doing for sulfur if we actually go in and look at them here? Sulfur is expensive. We might as well go up to dynamite then. That's 70 more. How much more did we need? 200. Okay, so go up to dynamite on all of our sulfur mines. And dye plantations and sugar plantations are doing okay. Logging camps. Road carts. We don't want to be wasting our transportation for it. We can probably go up to hardwood on all of these. What's the price for hardwood? Perfect. And the price for wood is okay. So we won't touch those. The fishing wharves are probably... Yeah, they look like they're in a little bit of a trouble. I of course don't have any kind of refrigeration to help them out. And subsistence farms we can't do anything about, but they are what they are. Okay, tooling workshops. Here we've got some problems. Yeah, you need to be making steel tools, otherwise you're not going to be profitable. In Mecklenburg we don't need the water tube boilers. And neither in these new ones either. And profitability of course would go up with using the water tube boilers, but we want to keep people working as well. Yeah, the steel mills we need to look at. Something is not going very well in the steel mills. I'm guessing that is just the price of steel being too cheap, yes. While coal and iron is a little bit more expensive. I think we can do something with our motor works. Because these are expensive. We can double this up. And now we're making a profit again. That's good. Nice to see. And we probably got the market access back. So Saxony has an industrial boom. Our paper mills in Saxony is reporting a small production surplus in industrial goods. We should look into investing back into the state. So we have services and manufacturing industries throughput for 2 years. Well, that's nice. We don't really have to do very much against that. Oh, alright, yeah, we have a big shortage of oil. Maybe we can import some oil. There should be some coming from Scandinavia. Actually, they're in the Austrian market. Why are the Swedes in the Austrian market? We want to fix the Bavarians here as well. The French are the ones that have oil. Okay, let's trade with the French. We've got a truce with them. And that oil should be enough to cover the deficit, I think. Okay, so luxury furniture. Yeah, there's loads of things here. Groceries, glass. And that's after building all of these glass mills, I think. We built loads of these. Are we exporting a lot of glass? No, we're just using loads of glass. So we need another 300 and we're getting 50 per piece. Now we need to fix the lead mines first, maybe. I think we've got the lead mines mostly here. How are we doing for infrastructure? Not a lot. Did we have any lead anywhere else in Saxony, maybe? No, let's just press the lead then. We can see production, no potentials. Yeah, that's not in our nation though. Brunswick can probably make some lead mines. How do we have with him? Yeah, we've got loads of infrastructure here. And I think these are 5, no, they're 2 apiece. We can build at least 4 of them, or 7 of them. And that should bring us in with atmospheric engines. We need 400. It's going to be about 60 apiece. Yeah. So that should be enough to close down the price gap there a bit at least. Dice, yeah, we're still missing loads of dice. But I think our market access should be getting back up down here. Let's get rid of these. Yeah, we're 100% again. We got them up and running. We can build some more dye plantations. And we need 300, that's another 10. 30 apiece. Well, maybe we can see if we can import some luxury furniture from somewhere. The Russians probably, yeah, they've got 100 of them. I've got the bureaucracy to spare for another 3 trade routes about. Lead we're fixing domestically. Glass, yeah, we need to fix that liquor. Maybe we can fix the liquor. Wine, I don't know if we can. And we can replace wine with some coffee and tea though. Yeah, there's only 45 wine available, which isn't going to satisfy the demand. Liquor, however. Seems like both the French and the Russians are willing to part with quite a lot of it. Let's take it from the French. They have a much higher level. And paper. Yeah, we probably need to build some paper mills then. But meanwhile, we can import some from the Austrian market. That should be okay. Now we're running a little bit low on bureaucracy, and we've got some more states that we actually need to be integrating. And over here looks like we need a little bit more infrastructure. We are missing just 3. That's probably a good idea to build up the port then. Let's put that at the top of the list and check that the port is actually using. Oh, okay. We'll just bump it up to cargo port there. And it should be fine. Actually increase the price of clippers a bit as well. I could bump this one up as well. That'll give us a little bit more infrastructure, of course, and more convoys. Yeah, that's just building up our industry a little bit more here. Yeah, It's entirely covered by the investment pool, so that's nice. At least for now. We've still got loads of subsidies for the steel mills and chemical plants. I think those are worth keeping though. They shouldn't be making any kind of deficit anymore. Well, tools are cheap. And that's good, because we can use them to boost something like... We're already doing that here. Do we have anywhere else maybe? That's probably easy to check from here. Now we're using them everywhere. Okay, so we're just we're good on tools at the moment. Arms industries. We probably do want to check out what's happening here. We got 3 more in Hanover. Let's go in and check out these. So artillery is expensive, small arms is dirt cheap. So we don't want to be making more small arms. We could bump the artillery production up a little bit, and that would at the same time bump the small arms production down. I think that might be a good move here. That'll even out the prices a bit. Of course, we are buying small arms from the Russians. I think we could trade route 75. Yeah, let's cancel that one. That is a profitable trade route. Okay, liquor from France is not profitable anymore. I would have thought it would be. Oh, the domestic price of liquor fell. Well then. We were looking at small arms from Austria. Yeah, let's cancel that one. That should level our domestic supply out and help the arms industries. Yeah, shipyards are going to have a hard time. Maybe we actually want to put the subsidies on the shipyards then if they're... No, it seems they turned around. Good. That extra port might be helping there, of course. So how we're doing now for artillery is still a little bit too expensive. Maybe we go up to breech loaders here too. That should bring the price of artillery down at least. Small arms are now too expensive. If we go back, we had one where we were producing mostly small arms, I think. That's probably this one. Or is it... No, it's here. In the North Rhine. Maybe we can bump them up to repeating rifles. Yeah, that'll be fine. Ships of the air closed. Okay. The journal entry. Okay, what are the French doing? We can't really do anything with the French anyway. I guess, hehe. I guess that's something down in Africa. Yeah. So you can see the French aren't actually being able to colonize anything there. Maybe we can keep colonizing inwards. No, we want to be on diplomatic. Yeah, we can go and grab Dar al-Kuti. And actually probably go down to Congo as well. Let's go inland here. There's loads of coal here. That's good. And how are we doing for sugar back home now? Yeah, we're still missing a lot of sugar. It should be about 6 more. Okay, so good base industries to keep going, of course. Yeah, didn't want to go in here. We're kind of keeping a little bit cool there to try and see if the radical count can cool off. But yeah, that was our first war. And I think that's going to be all for today. So thank you very much for watching. Take care and see you next time.